你们好，你们今天好吗？欢迎来到我的课堂，我是 Lovett，我有中文名字，是的，我的中文名字是爱人。好，我们已经学了声调、一点中文字母和数字，今天我们开始学简短的中文对话。I said we have learned Chinese tones. We have learned tones, we have learned a bit of alphabets and numbers, and today we are going to start learning short Chinese conversations. Yes, we're going to start learning them today. We're going to start with when you meet people for the first time, the conversation expected to happen, or when you are chatting people up, the conversation you are expected to have with that person. Things like, hello, how are you? I am fine, and you? I am also fine. Thank you. You're welcome. We're going to start with simple conversations like that and take it from there. So I already wrote out the conversations on the board, and as usual, I just wrote the pinyin because I want us to write the characters together. I always like us writing the characters together. 好，现在我们上课。So here is our board, and you can see the Chinese phrases, conversations, and I wanted it to be like a dialogue where you have A and you have B. But because of the size of my board, I only have A here. I will have to be wiping my board often because I will be writing this in Pinyin and Hanzi and English. You can see I left space here. This is where we're going to write the Hanzi, the character. This Ni Hao can go for any time, any day, and anybody. You can say Nin, this is Nin, and that will be all you need to add to make it formal. That is all you need to add to make it formal. So let me just leave it at Ni because this Ni goes. There is nobody you cannot tell Ni Hao, so let me leave it at that. Now you have Ni Hao. I already explained what this is. This is you, and this is good, and together the two of them mean hello. I translated it here. So if it is Niemen, it is more than one person. You are telling hello, but it is Ni, so it's one person. Hello, Ni Hao Ma. I already said what Ni Hao is. I already said it means hello. This ma here has made this a question. It is not this question mark that made it a question. If you remove this ma here and leave the question, it still doesn't make it a question. It doesn't make sense. It still means ni hao, like hello. You are still saying hello. This ma here is what makes it a question. So when you add ma, you are no longer saying hello. You are now asking, how are you? Ni hao ma. If it's more than one person, ni men hao ma. We are going to write the characters now. I like writing characters for you because I want you to be able to recognize the characters. Even if you cannot write them, recognize the characters. When you see ni, you should be able to say this is the character for ni. I didn't know that when I was in level 1, and I'm serious. So ni, ni. Are you looking at me? How? Go like this. Ni hao. Okay. Ni hao ma. You write ni again. Ni hao ma. Hao ma. This is how to write ma. Then you do this. This. Ni hao ma. And it means hello. How are you? You can say after ni hao, you can say ni jin tian hao ma. That is why I wrote ni jin tian hao ma here. And we are going to write the character before. Okay, I wrote the meaning here. I wrote the meaning in English here. How are you today? So we are just going to write the character together. And this is how to write it. We already know ni. Hmm? We already know ni. Jin Tian. This is how to write Jin Tian. This thing was in that Ling, that character for Ling. Do you see what's beautiful about Chinese characters? Sometimes you don't even have to start learning many characters. One character will remind you of the other one. The only difference here is that you don't cross here. This you do this when you are writing Ling, but for Jintian you don't. Just this thing I said is like umbrella for the rain, the dot inside, and then this is Jin. Then the Tian is like this, as if you're writing two. Then do like this and do like this. This is Jin Tian. In Jin Tian, how, ma. We write that ma again. We write that ma again. How ma, and it means how are you today? Here, I want you to look at the board very well before I wipe. This is ni hao ma, and that is the Hanzi for it, and it means hello, how are you? Or you can say ni hao, ni jintian hao ma, and that is the character down there, as you can see. So I'm wiping this to write the responses. Okay, now we have the response to ni hao ma. Ma is used at the end of a question. Ma actually turns a statement to a question. When you say ni chu yin hang ma, that ma has made it a question. If you just say ni chu yin hang, it means you are going to the bank. I'm telling you that you are going to the bank. But once I say ni chu yin hang ma, I'm asking you, are you going to the bank? So it has turned that statement to a question. This word here, na, is similar, but na is used to emphasize a question, while ma turns a statement to a question. So the answer to ni hao ma or ni jintian hao ma is wo hen hao, ni na. Wo is I. We already did that. Wo is I. Woman is we. I said that men is the word used as plural. Men is like a plural marker in Chinese. When you add men to a word, it has become plural. Wo is I. Woman is we. And here is hen hao. Hen means very. Hen means very, and it is a word you are going to be hearing every time. Every time you hear a Chinese person talk, you must hear hen. Hen means very. They use it like every time. If you say wo hao, that's like I'm good, but they must put very. But when you're translating this, what you say is I am fine. This doesn't necessarily mean I am very fine. If you say it is I am very fine, it is still correct, but this actually means I am fine. They use hen a lot. If I want to tell you you are beautiful in Chinese, I will say ni hen piaoliang. And what I have now said, if you want to translate it literally, is you are very beautiful. But I can also say it means you are beautiful. Wo hen hao, I am fine. Ni na, ni is you. So na, I am not asking you, if you remove this na here, there will be question. So I'm asking you, but that na there just emphasizes on you, like I'm asking about you. What about you? The question you asked me, I'm returning that question. I am also asking you that same question. Wo hen hao, ni na. And we're going to write the character. That is what I left that space for. So the character for wo hen hao. You see the reason why it is very important you know alphabets. This E, if you do not know how the Chinese say E, you will say it's wo hen hao. It is not wo hen hao. It's like, this E is pronounced like so it's wo hen hao. So now we will write the character for wo. Wo will go like this. And then this one will be long, a bit long. You will see the reason why it should be long. And then this one here, and you go like this. Then you will use this long hand to do like T. That's why I said it has to be long. And do like this. And this dot here. This is war. I want us to rewrite it. I want us to rewrite it. So you do like this. 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 This is war. This is how you write hen. Like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Wo hen how. And this is how my marker goes on and off. Wo hen how. Nina. You remember our ni? Nina. Nina. Now, this is how to write na. This. This. And this. This is na. Nina. Do not worry about the characters much. I want you to just get used to seeing the characters every time and recognizing them. And it means I am fine. I am fine. And you used Nina to kind of emphasize on that question. It's just like when maybe we are all at home and all of you are leaving the house and you are leaving me alone at home. And then I ask you, Nimendozo, Wana, I'm asking, all of you are going. What about me? Nimendozo, Wana. So here, when someone replies you and say, I am fine, and you, what do you say? You say, I am also fine, right? And that is what we have here. War, we already know what war is. Yeah, yeah is also. Yeah is also. And that is the only one here that I think I have not talked about. We know what war is. We know hen. I already explained hen. We know how, and we know share. So yeah means also. War, yeah, hen, how, share. I am saying I am also fine. Thank you. So we are going to write the character together. If there's any part of this you don't understand, please let me know. Wo, yeah, yeah is also. Wo, yeah, hun, how. I explained hun, how. You see what I mean? Hun is still here. I have never heard wo, yeah, how. And it's supposed to be I, also good. But they had to put very. Wo, yeah, hun, how. Yes, yeah. So let's write the characters for wo, yeah, hun, how. Yes, yeah. And we are going to write war again. We wrote it earlier. I said it should be like this. This one goes like this, 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 and like this. War, yeah. Now this is how to do yeah. You do this thing that looks like hook. Do like this and go like this. This is yeah. Hen. We did hen that time. This is hen. Hen, yes, hen, how, yeah, how. Now, here. This dot, this, you see how I did it? Like Z, but very thin Z. And then here, this mark, and here, long, like this. 1, 2, 3, and you go like this, and like this. This is share. You have written one share. So exactly what you have here is what you repeat because it is share, and it is the same character. So we go like this again. You remember this? You remember this, right? You remember this, and then this is 谢谢. And here is the English translation. I am also fine. Thank you. You know, when someone tells you, I am also fine, thank you, you most likely say, you are welcome. So I want us to write, you are welcome together. So we have it here. You're welcome. This is how to say you're welcome. There are many ways of saying you're welcome. Bukachi is you're welcome. Buxie is you're welcome. Buyongxie is you're welcome. But for today, we are learning bukachi. Bu means no. I know I am saying boo, but what you have here is rising tone. The tone that boo has is actually fourth tone. But when boo, when it is going with any other word that has fourth tone, you actually change it to second tone, to the rising tone. Don't worry yourself about that. This happens with only boo. Here is bukachi. And we're going to write the character. Bu means no. Curti means polite. So what you're trying to tell the person is don't be polite, like don't mention. In other words, you are welcome. We have written boo before. This is boo. This is boo. Boo. Cur. Cur. Are you looking at me? Boo. Cur. Chi. Boo. Cur. Chi. Bukerchi. So this is you're welcome. Recognize characters before worrying about how to write them. So there we have it. Our short Chinese conversations for today. I believe we learned a lot. So I always give you 作业. I always give you 作业. But do you know your 2作业 for this lesson? The 2作业is that you are going to, let's write this 作业 first. Let us write it first. So this is our 作业. Let's write it. Let's be writing it every time. Let's be writing it every time. So our 2作业for this lesson will be to always chat me up in the conversations we learned today. Don't tell me hi, hello. Anyway, most of you have been greeting me ni hao, and I really like it. So now you are taking it a step further. You now know how to say how are you today? How are you? I am fine. I am also fine. Thank you. You're welcome. So however the conversation goes, if I am the one that says how are you, you know what to reply. And if you're the one that tells me how are you and I reply you, after this lesson, you will know what to reply me. And the other 作业will be audio. Yes, it will be an audio. I will post the audio on the group and you listen to it and tell me what you heard. I always like you to try and hear something and then I can correct you. Okay, so this is where we will stop for today.